There's always more than one way to do something, and today I'm going to be going through two techniques in order to reach one goal. I'm going to show you how to create a zoom effect in Premiere. So with that, let's get into it. I have these two clips that I took from Motion Array for this tutorial. The objective here is to transition from one clip to the other, and I first want to show you how to create a zoom effect in the simplest way without applying any effects, as this will give you the key concept to this transition. So in the timeline, I'm going to bring the playhead to where the two clips meet and press the left arrow button to move back in the timeline about 5 frames. Pressing the left arrow button 5 times. The amount of frames will determine how fast and or how slow the animation will be. In this case, I want the transition to be quick, so I chose 5 frames to work with, as I feel this is a good speed after going through this exercise. So, this is where we are going to start creating our keyframes. With the first clip selected, go up to the effects panel and you will see there are different properties to choose from. We are going to be working with position and scale in the motion properties. Go to the stopwatch looking icons and press them for both position and scale to create the first set of keyframes. Then go 5 frames forward. Okay, so let's set the scale here to 750. You will now see that the object in the clip has scaled up, and I want to position the object so that their eyes are centered in frame. I'm going to go to the y-axis in position. Using the left mouse button, click here and hold, and move the mouse to the right to move the video clip down till you see the object's eyes in frame. Then move the eyes to the left to better center the object. In the x-axis in position, using the left mouse button, click here and hold, moving to the left just a bit. This will be the end frame for this clip. On to the next clip. In this part, I'm pretty much going to be scaling this clip down from a high scale percentage back to the original size, continuing the motion from the first clip. So at the beginning of this clip, let's set the keyframes for position and scale. Type in 750 in the scale parameters, press enter, and now the video will be zoomed in on the light bulb. I want the clip to start at the center of the light bulb, so I'm going to move the position of the clip. Starting in the y-axis, hold left mouse button and move to the right to bring the clip down till these metal prongs are centered vertically. Then in the x-axis, I'm going to move the clip to the left till the prongs are centered in frame. Now to end this animation, let's go 5 frames forward. Then in the scale parameters, type in 100 to the default size. The clip will be way off center here, but all we got to do now is type in the default parameters for position, and that should bring the clip back to the center of the frame. In the x-axis, type in 960, and in the y-axis, type in 540. Next, I'm going to add easing to the first clip at the first set of keyframes. Selecting both keyframes, left mouse click and drag over both the position and scale keyframes. Right mouse click on the keyframes, go to temporal interpolation and go down to ease out. Then go to the second clip and to the last set of keyframes and ease these frames. Select both keyframes, right mouse click on the keyframes, go to temporal interpolation, and now down to ease in. I want the beginning of the effect to move slow to fast, and then the end to go from fast to slow. Okay, let's continue. Go to the beginning of the timeline and press spacebar to play back. Now the zoom effect I feel is easy and works well enough. This can also be considered finished, but there is one thing that can give the zoom effect a bit more realism, and that is motion blur. In order to achieve this motion blur, we're going to need to add a certain effect which makes the difference between this simple animation I just showed you and the effect that I'm going to show you. This effect being transform. Transform effect. I'm going to start with a new sequence and use the same clips for this example. Let's click on the first clip and go 7 frames back from where the two clips meet. Again, all a matter of preference when it comes to the speed of the animation. I'm going to then go to the top here to Windows and go to Workspaces, then to Effects, which we're in at the moment, so we're good. Then go here and type in Transform. You will see the effect pop up here. Drag this onto the first clip. If you scroll down to the effect controls, you will see the transform effect has been applied. So just like the first example, we're going to start and make keyframes for the position and scale in this effect. Then move forward about 5 frames now to create the next set of keyframes, adjusting the position and scale parameters. Start in the scale parameters and type in 750. You will see again the clip has scaled up. You just have to reposition the clip. Go to the position parameters in the y-axis and click inside and hold the left mouse button and move to the right. Moving the clip downward, keep adjusting in the y-axis till you see her eyes are centered vertically. And now let's move the object to the center, adjusting the x-axis. I want her eyes to be centered horizontally. You will now see that all the keyframes have been set. We can now move the last set of keyframes to the end of the clip. Next, let's scroll down to Use Composition's Shutter Angle. I'm going to want to uncheck this box and go to Shutter Angle and type in 350. This is what is going to create the motion blur in the movement. If we scroll through this slowly, you can see the motion blur working as we go forward in the timeline. It's subtle, but it makes a difference in the visual aspect of the transition. Now, go to the next clip and we're going to do similar steps in here. We're already in the effects workspace, so go here and drag the transform effect onto the clip. Scroll down in the effect controls panel to transform, and at the beginning of the clip, I'm going to create keyframes for position and scale. I'm going to start by adjusting the scale parameters and type in 750. We're going to start zoomed in, then move the position of the clip so that the light bulb is centered in frame. I'm going to type in 450 in the x-axis and 750 in the y-axis. Now let's add the last set of keyframes and go forward 7 frames. Then type in the default parameters of position and scale. For position, I'm going to type in 960 in the x-axis and 540 in the y-axis. Then set the scale to 100. Next, let's scroll down to Use Composition's Shutter Angle, uncheck this box, and go to Shutter Angle and typing in 250 to create the motion blur. And with the motion blur, it's all a matter of preference as well. So you can increase or decrease the amount in the shutter angle to fit what you think looks good. And you can see here scrolling through slowly that the motion blur is in effect. Now the last step is to add easing to the start and ending keyframes from the first clip to the second clip. So going back to the first clip and to the first set of keyframes, select both and right click on the keyframes. Go to the temporal interpolation and then go to ease out. Then go to the next clip and go to the last set of keyframes. Select both keyframes and again, right click, go to the temporal interpolation, but now go down to ease in. Now, go to the beginning of the timeline and hit the spacebar to play. And that's it for today. So I wanted to show you the simplest way of creating a zoom transition and then show you another way that would add more dynamics to the effect with motion blur. Now that you know both techniques, have fun with this and experiment with some footage. I would like to see what you can come up with and see how you can utilize both techniques. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment down below. And with that, keep thinking about your next project and just create it. Till next time, peace.